What up guys, welcome back to the Luxury Goals YouTube channel, a place for all your digital marketing, social media and general entrepreneurship. Today is the top 3 things I wish I knew before starting a brand on Instagram, so let's go. Number 1, time and effort. I had no idea how much time and effort you have to put into a page to really make it boom. I think a lot of people look at, especially stuff like Instagram, as a quick and easy way to grow following, where it can be a really quick and easy way to grow following once you learn the kind of stuff that I know and that a lot of other people know. I start pages now that grow like 2,000 followers in 30 days. That's only because we've learned what we need to know. But when you're first starting out, a lot of people look at it as, okay, you post 1 picture a day, you put a little bit of a caption underneath it, maybe a few hashtags, and then boom, that's it, done. And if you're lucky, it will grow. But that isn't the case. There's so much to it. You know, you've got to reach out to other pages, try and do shout outs, you're going to try and build collaborations, you're trying to build relationships out there to help each other out. You know, not just to try and help yourself, it's also to help them as well. You know, it's almost like once you build these relationships, you build almost like a little community around yourself. Like, it's crazy how many friends now I've got that are all over the world, people in India, America, and I'm just in the UK, and we help each other out all the time. We speak on a daily basis just to try and help each other out. You've got to build the relationships. It's then finding the right content. You can't just post random stuff and then expect it to gain traction. You know, you've got to do the research. You've got to go find what's the content that people are really looking at right now. What is the content that's blowing up in my niche? Okay, and then how can I create my own? Or if you are running a theme page, how can I get something that's really similar, but I'm not copying that page because someone is going to like the same page or the same content twice. There's a lot of research involved with it. You can't just post random stuff. It's then also, you've got to think about the theme of your page. You know, you can't just, if you go onto a page and the colors are all over the place, the bio is all over the place, the name looks really dodgy, you know, it takes a lot to grow a page. It's more than just setting it up. And I think a lot of people expect you're going to get famous overnight. You're going to get this influencer status in a couple of days. And I will be brutally honest with you, that is what this page, YouTube channel, and just me in general is about. It's not going to happen overnight. This takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of research, and I've lost count how many Audible books I've listened to, how many books I've got behind me that are all about digital marketing and growing on social media. It takes a lot of time and effort. So just bear that in mind going forward. If you think this is going to be a get rich quick scheme, I'm going to get hundreds and thousands of followers overnight, it's not going to happen. Social media marketing is the long game. It is an amazing game, and with the way that the world and our society is going, it is going to be the way people go to buy. You know, most people now, if I ask someone, especially when buying stuff secondhand, okay, where am I going to go to get this? Most people go Facebook Marketplace. People are looking for new brands, especially like clothing. What am I going to buy? A lot of people go to Instagram and find what the latest person's wearing of an Instagram brand. I firmly believe social media is going to be the go-to place for everything, and I don't think it's going to be long until it is that. It's already becoming that, and I don't think it's going to be long until all these big names and stuff and other websites are going to disappear, and everyone's just going to be going through social media to get to it because it's cheaper, and you can help the smaller brands, you can help the smaller companies, and you put money back into the country, which we're already starting to do. I don't think it's going to be long until it happens. So it is an amazing way to build your following. It's an amazing way to build customers, especially because you can turn viewers to followers, followers to customers. It's the standard business funnel. It is a long game. So start now if you're planning on building a brand sometime in the future, because then as soon as you drop a product or you drop the service, boom, you've got your following, you can hit the road running. Number 2 is scammers. Now, I didn't realise this, and I'm not just saying this because I've read books on it. I've actually been a victim of this kind of thing. There is a lot of spam, there is a lot of scammers on Instagram, and I mean a lot, and especially when you're first starting out and you've only really got like maybe up to 500 followers, they almost prey on you because you know you are desperate to reach say that 1k, 10k, 20k, 100k mark. They will prey on our little pages. Now, there's a difference. what I do and my services are aimed at smaller pages because I want you to blow up, I want you to get big, I want you to get customers. That's very different than me finding a product, telling you I'm going to endorse you. Your page is absolutely amazing. Well, let's face it, under 500 followers, your page ain't that good. But give you these products, you're going to give me some money and you're going to tell your followers to go buy my products. And then I'm going to drop off the face of the earth. I'm going to take your money. I'm going to close my page down. I'm going to close the website down. I've got your money. You've got nowhere to reach. And then you are stuck in the shit having followers message you. Okay, let me tell my story with this. So when I first started the Luxury Goals page, I'm looking at about 12 months ago now. I was around about the 500, 600 followers mark, and at the time I thought, oh my god, this page is amazing, I'm really successful in this page. And this watch company, I won't name names, this watch company reached out to me and they went, your page is really up our street, we really want you to represent our watches. And you know, as a first time trying to build that influencer entrepreneur, you're curious, so I reached out. I was like, okay, no problem, how does this work? And they said, we're going to give you 3 free watches. All you've got to do is pay shipping. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's not too bad. All you've got to do is, once you've got your watches, go take some promo shots, film maybe a product review, tell your followers to go onto the page and buy from us. Here's a 10% discount code. Now, there are some legit businesses that do this, and I have reached out to some legitimate businesses that have got back to me and I have worked with, and they have been 100% legit. But this is where you need to learn to scrape and find out the bullshit from the real. So they asked me to pay for the shipping. They're going to send me these watches. I got to choose 3 watches that I wanted out of a list of about 10. I think I paid about £25, £30 for shipping, which I thought, you know what, 25, 30 quid for 3 watches. That's not bad at all. On their website, they were selling these watches between 150 to about 400, 500 pounds. They were quite expensive for a brand no one's ever heard of. That's quite expensive. And I was like, okay, so these guys are pretty legit. Their watches are really expensive. They must be really nice. And they got to me and they weren't amazing. They weren't shit, but they weren't phenomenal. Went out, took some promo pictures, and I told my fans to go and follow the page and to go and buy from this page, more importantly. And they, after about 3-4 days, the watches just started crumpling, they started falling apart, they were terrible. I reached back out to this watch page saying, look, they're not that great, nothing, completely blanked me. And they were even viewing posts, which is a bit shit. You know, I can see you are seeing my pictures, you are blatantly ignoring me. So, and this was way before I realised what drop shipping was. You know, I didn't do all the research. Obviously I know what it is now, and I know what to look out for now. And I went over to AliExpress and I found these watches. You could get them for £1.50 a piece. So they had just made like 24, 23 pounds off of me. And then I was telling my followers to go and buy their watches at like 150 to 500 pounds. Do the maths. You haven't got to be smart to figure out that's a big profit margin. Now, yes, I understand this is how dropshipping works, but the fact that you were telling me to tell my followers to go and do it, when I reached out to you for some kind of customer service, you were completely and blatantly blanked me. And after about 4 or 5 weeks, that page no longer existed. I was also having people comment underneath the post I was sharing saying, look, I don't know if you know, this is a scam, get rid of this company now, stop getting the people trying to buy this product. And I was lucky, none of my followers did. They had clicked on the link to view it. I could see it from my insights, and I personally messaged every single one of them telling people not to buy from this brand. And luckily nobody did, because I would have then been on the receiving end of that if my followers that I worked hard to get had bought this product. It fallen apart within 3-4 days for me. They can't get hold of the company because the company no longer exists. They're going to come back for me, and then that could destroy the name you're trying to build. So not everyone that reaches out to you on this platform is legit. Not everyone in this platform means well. You could be a really nice person and think the whole world is sunshine and rainbows. It isn't. Some people are genuinely just after your money. So make sure you learn how to sift and sieve through the bullshit to the real. Be careful of scammers. On top of that, I actually keep one of the watches they sent me on my desk. Now, I don't wear it I don't want to wear it, but it's there as a reminder to me to be careful of the bullshit that is out there on Instagram. Well done, mate. And number 3, and finally, is consistency is key. I didn't realise that if you went a few days, a few weeks without posting, how dramatically your followers can decrease, that you've got to then work your ass off to get back. Where it was about last year sometimes, we're going back again 10 to 12 months ago, where I didn't post for like 3 months because I was just going through some stuff with my mental health, and my whole page is based around you bettering yourself and motivating, and I just didn't see how I could motivate you to better yourself when I couldn't even do that myself. So I took about 2-3 months off, and I was only round about the 750-800 follower mark, where at the time I thought this was really successful, this is amazing, which it is, don't discourage. But I didn't post like 2-3 months. I came back to it and I had like 400 followers. I lost like 300. It was crazy. And then before you reach that 1k mark, if you don't know what you're doing, that's a lot, and that takes a lot to get back. Now I can grow 300 followers in 4 or 5 days. It's not hard because I've learned from running luxury goals now, and I've now run 4 successful pages. But consistency is everything. Now I'm not saying you've got to post once an hour, once every 3 hours. I post once a day, or if I post and I realise this post is really gaining traction, I'm at like 1,500 to 3,000 likes on the post, and the likes are still coming in, I won't post again, just so that post that's really booming isn't going to get lost within my feed. Why take away people's attention? I'm here to go and see this thing when that's still doing really good. So I'd say at least 3 to 5 times a week minimum I would do, but personally I post every morning without fail, unless that post is gaining traction. But if you start getting discouraged and this page isn't doing anything, I'm not growing as quick as I want, look at my previous video where I talked about the 4 levels of growing a brand on social media, and that just means you are in level 2, which is, and like I said in the last video, this is where everyone goes to die, because everyone gets discouraged, everyone gives up, no one thinks this is going to work, and they just quit. You've got to push yourself through that. Keep consistency, just keep doing what you're doing. It's almost like YouTube. Like, look at me, I post every single week and I've only got like 5 subscribers. I only get like 20 views, but it's consistency is key, and if you stay consistency, the algorithms will reward you. So stick with it and you will get there in the end. You will reach that 1k mark. It's an uphill battle to get to 1k. You then will fly to 3k. It's then an uphill battle to about 5. You will then fly to 7, and then it's an uphill battle from 7 to 10, and then from 10 to about 20 you've got to start working for it, because people are following you expecting amazing things. If you aren't giving them that, they will dramatically start unfollowing you. So that's where that comes into it, but I will do a video on that in the future, so make sure you subscribe to make sure and you are aware of when that drops. But so yeah, what have we learned today? 1, it takes a lot of time and effort to grow a page. Don't come into this thinking it's going to be easy. Don't think you're going to come into this and get 100,000 followers overnight and you're going to become famous overnight and the whole world's going to want you. They're going to want you on the red carpet. You're going to be invited to all these amazing parties. It's not going to happen. It is a long-term strategy. It is the best strategy to get into at the moment. It is a long-term strategy. Number 2, scam. You got to learn to sift through the bullshit to the real. Not everyone on this platform wants to be your friend. I'm sure you're an amazing person, don't deny me, I'm not denying you of that. You could be an amazing person, but there are a lot of dickheads out there that just want you and your followers' money. You need to start being brutally honest with yourself. If you've got 400 followers and a 20k page reaches out to you, that they've blatantly bought their fucking followers, they reach out to you saying, you're a really good fit for our brand, we really want you to advertise, look at your page and go, really? If someone's got 20,000 followers, surely they'd be reaching out to other pages that have got like 10 to 20,000 followers, and not someone's got 400. So be realistic to yourself, because not everyone on this platform wants you to be your friend. People just want your money. Number 3, consistency is key. Stay with it. I know, trust me, I've been there. I've been in that void where it takes ages to grow followers. Nothing's happening. No one likes my content. I'm only getting 40, 50 likes on my page. I'm only getting 50 likes on my content. Stick with it. Doesn't matter. Turn it into a hobby. Don't as soon as you start seeing it as a chore, that's when you've already given up. Turn this page into a hobby, because then if it becomes a hobby, you love posting. I love posting on my pages, and I've got like 4 to 5. I'm going my 5th now. I love it. It takes me about half hour, 45 minutes just to post perfect content, the perfect descriptions, the perfect hashtags. I love it. It's a hobby. I love doing it. I love seeing results. That's what you need to get into the mindset. You gotta love seeing results, because as soon as you do, it becomes addicting. And it really is addicting. So consistency is key. So that's it for this week, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, enable that notification so you'll be aware of the post next week. If you just want to see a particular topic, either DM my Instagram page, comment it below, and I'll make sure a video gets done on it. So until next time, guys, see you later.